This video will show you how to replace the battery on a GMC Sierra 2500. This will be located along the passenger side of your engine compartment. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Locate the battery along the passenger side of the engine compartment. Up along the top of the battery, you're going to find that you have a metal bracket across the body. It must be removed. We'll use the 13mm for all four of our mounting bolts. We'll make sure we're holding onto the bracket for the last bolt. Remove the bracket, a quick inspection, set it aside. With that bracket out of the way, we can see along the top of the battery, we're going to start disconnecting our battery terminal ends. You're starting with the negative battery terminal first. Once you have this dislodged from the battery, we'll move towards the positive. To disconnect our terminal ends, we're using a 10mm. We can see the mounting nut along the top here. Go ahead and turn that counterclockwise. We're going to turn this until the terminal end is loose enough to remove from the battery. Take hold of that terminal end, just go ahead and rock it out of position. Now we'll move along to the positive terminal end. That's going to be under this red cover. We'll flex that aside. 10mm mounting nut here as well. A quick inspection of that. Now as we look along the inboard side of the battery here, we can see our battery hold down. We have a 10mm headed mounting bolt on this application. I'm going to be removing it. A quick inspection, let's set that aside. Continuing on, we're going to remove the battery. Some batteries will have a handle to hold onto. Lift it up and out of position. There it is, friend. Before we install the battery, let's make sure we clean and inspect the mounting area. For this, we're looking down around the base plate here. We can, of course, clean up any miscellaneous debris, but we also have the port where our mounting bolt will be. I'm going to use a wire brush. After cleaning that, we also need to make sure we clean each one of our two terminal ends. We have our negative terminal. I'm using a battery brush. I'm going to try to clean inside of the port where the battery would be. We just want to make sure there's no miscellaneous corrosion or any type of obstruction. This looks good. Let's continue on. We're going to repeat the process for the positive terminal next. Once you've removed as much corrosion from each one of the terminal ends as possible, let's focus on the battery itself. Now, before we get our battery in place, we need to look along the top of the battery at each one of our terminals. We want to make sure we clean them. If there's any coating on there, it has to be removed. I'm just going to continue with my battery brush. We're using the opposite end. You can also use some fine sandpaper if necessary. We have our battery hold down with bolt. Bring this down into position here. We have it started in. Let's just make sure that's nice and snug. Now that I have that in place, let's just double check to make sure the battery is secure. It should not move around in any way. It's time to connect our positive battery terminal. For this, we're just bringing it over towards the battery. We're pressing it onto the battery as far as possible here. Once you have it bottomed out, continue on by tightening your 10mm nut and then install your protective cover. We're just going to take this negative, we're lining it up, we're pressing it onto the battery as far as possible. Just like the positive terminal end, we're going to tighten our 10mm nut and make sure it's secured in place. Now it's time for our body bracket. of our 13mm headed mounting bolts. Go ahead and start all of them in before tightening any of them. Okay, friend, we finished the installation of our vehicle's battery. Now the next thing you need to do is make your way into the passenger compartment. Attempt to start the vehicle several times, confirming that the battery is properly connected. Aside from that, just go ahead and close the hood and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.